In the previous tutorial, we have understood how a for loop is used to print numbers from 1 to 10. We know that to display numbers from 1 to 10, the loop needs to be executed 10 times. Thus, we set the value of a to 1 and let it take value up to 10 so that the for loop can run 10 times. So, we understand that a for loop is used when we already know the number of times a loop needs to be executed. But sometimes, it is difficult for us to calculate how many times a loop needs to be executed. In such cases, we can use while loops. For example, to print all the numbers between 1 to 500 that are divisible by 7, it is difficult to find out how many times the loop needs to be executed if you want to execute this task using for loop. In such cases, we can use a while loop. The syntax of a while loop is shown here. The loop iterates as long as the test expression evaluates to true. When the test expression becomes false, the program control passes to the line immediately following the loop body. Now let's understand how while loop can be used to print the numbers between 1 and 500 and are divisible by 7. Here, the statement I equals 7 sets the value of I to 7. After that, the test expression is evaluated, that is, I is less than equal to 500. Since I is 7, which is less than 500, so this test expression is true. Since the test expression is true, the body of the loop executes. The body of the loop has printf statement which prints the value of I, that is 7, on the screen. After that, the next instruction in the loop body, that is I++, is executed, which increments the value of I by 7. So the value of I becomes 14. After that, the while condition is checked again, which checks if I is less than 500. Since 14 is less than 500, the condition evaluates to true and thus the loop body is executed again. This prints the value of I, that is 14, on the screen and again increments it by 7. In this way, numbers between 1 and 500 that are divisible by 7 are printed on the screen. Let's execute the program. We get all the numbers between 1 and 500 which are divisible by 7 on the output screen. The working of the while loop can be summarized with the help of a flowchart like this. It is clear from the flowchart that the body of the loop is executed as long as the test expression evaluates to true, else the loop terminates. So far we have learned for and while loops. In both of them, initially the test expression is evaluated before executing the body of the loop. If the test expression evaluates to true, the loop is executed, else it terminates. Such loops in which there is control over the entry in the loops are called entry-controlled loops. Now, we will learn about do-while, which is an exit-controlled loop. That is, in this loop, the test expression is evaluated at the bottom of the loop after executing the loop body. This means that do-while loop always executes at least once. There is possibility that test expression could be false when loop is executed first time. This feature of do-while is useful in many applications such as menu selection routines, where the menu needs to be flashed out at least once and then depending upon the user choice, it is either repeated or terminated. Here is a program to understand this better. This program displays a menu regarding rectangle operations and performs an operation according to the user's choice. Let's understand how do-while loop is used here. First, the body of the do loop is executed, which displays the menu and then allows user to enter the choice. Next, it performs operation depending upon the user choice. For example, if the user enters 1, it calculates the area of the rectangle. However, if the user enters 2, it calculates the perimeter and so on. Next, it prompts the user to enter Y if he wishes to enter more data and N if he wants to terminate the program. It stores the data entered by the user in the variable ch1. Once the do loop is executed, the test expression is evaluated, which checks if the user wants to enter more data. It checks the value of variable ch1. If it is found to be y, then the loop is executed again to allow user to enter more data, else it is terminated. So this is how do loop is used in the menu selection routines. Let's execute the program. In the output, the menu is flashed. We enter 1 to calculate the area and then 5 as length and 4 as breadth of the rectangle. In the output, area of the rectangle is displayed and a message appears on the screen which prompts us to enter y if we wish to enter more data. We enter y, so the menu appears again and we can enter more data. We can summarize the operation of the do loop with the help of this flowchart. First, the body of the loop is executed and then the test expression is evaluated. If the test expression evaluates to true, the body of the loop is executed again, else the flow of execution is transferred to the statement just below the loop. That's it in this tutorial. Up next, we have a quiz for you. Please take the quiz to have stronger command on the concepts you just learned.